East Grand Rapids is a separate city, not a Grand Rapids neighborhood. 2.9 square miles of land wrapped around a 283-acre lake, and it has been built out for decades. Almost everything that sets the price here sits outside the house: the lake, the trail, the village, and a district that ends at the city line. Here's the area guide: schools, parks, amenities, and the drive. Start with where this actually is. East Grand Rapids sits about 4 miles east of downtown Grand Rapids, roughly 10 minutes door to door. Reeds Lake and Fisk Lake take up most of the city's water area, and Wealthy Street runs out of downtown straight into the village. The district here is East Grand Rapids Public Schools. 5 buildings, about 3,000 students, and boundaries that mirror the city limits. The only exception is a small group of homes just north of the city. 3 elementaries feed 1 middle school and 1 high school, and Woodcliff handles preschool. The high school is mid-rebuild right now. Voters approved a $158.9 million bond in 2023, and the high school transformation is the flagship piece at about $131 million. That's 150,000 square feet of new construction on the east side, plus a 40,000 square foot addition on the west. Construction started June 1st. Phase 1 opens in fall of 2028, and the full project finishes in 2030. Here's the market. All of that sits inside. About 11,400 residents, a typical home valued near $738,000. Listings going pending in about 21 days, and downtown Grand Rapids 10 minutes out. Reeds Lake is the thing the whole city is organized around. 283 acres, about 52 feet at its deepest, with a public motorboat launch at John Collins Park and a canoe and kayak launch behind the community center. One thing buyers get wrong: there's no public swimming from city property because the city doesn't staff lifeguards. The lake has drawn people since the 1870s. The Grand Rapids Street Railway Company built Ramona Park at the end of its trolley line on the shore in the 1880s, added the Ramona Theater Pavilion in 1897, and ran rides and pavilions there until 1955. What's left is the shoreline itself, and the homes sitting on it are the top of this market. None of that comes free. The typical East Grand Rapids home is valued around $738,000 against a Kent County median of $335,000, more than double. Volume here is thin enough that monthly medians swing hard, so read that as a price band, not a precise number. Parks are the other half of the amenity base. 10 parks and natural areas across 179 acres, plus 5 public school sites, and roughly 72 of those acres are still undeveloped and held for future recreation. The Reeds Lake Trail ties it together, 4.2 miles around the lake on a mix of sidewalk, paved path, and boardwalk. Manhattan Park is the workhorse at 46 acres. Softball diamonds, tennis and volleyball courts, a soccer field, rustic nature trails, and 2 hills that turn into sledding runs in winter. Waterfront Park adds 17 acres and a 425-foot floating boardwalk out over the water. Remington Park has the off-leash dog area, split by dog size. Here's my read on why this price point holds. East Grand Rapids is built out, 2.9 square miles of land, effectively no vacant parcels, and no room to annex. Demand can move all it wants, the supply can't, and that's the entire premium. Day to day, Gaslight Village is the center of it. It sits at the east end of Wealthy Street, a walkable block of independent shops, restaurants, and services, with Rose's out on the lake, Jersey Junction for ice cream, and the Bagel Kitchen. The community center on Lakeside Drive holds City Hall and Parks and Rec, with the Kent District Library branch next door, expanded and reopened in 2006. The village is also where the fight is. Gaslight investors got concept approval from the City Commission in October of 2025 for an 8.6-acre redevelopment. 6 buildings, 147 residential units, and 493 parking spaces on a long vacant site. A group of residents sued to force it to a public vote, and that case is still open. Phase 1, 3 buildings and 40 units on Lakeside Drive, went to a public hearing in June. Here's where that puts East Grand Rapids against the markets buyers actually cross-shop it with. Ada runs below it, with the Forest Hills District and river frontage. Cascade comes in lower still, and the city of Grand Rapids next door sits at less than half the East Grand Rapids number. The commute is the last piece, and it's short. East Grand Rapids runs about 10 minutes to downtown, roughly 4 miles west on Wealthy Street or Lake Drive, no highway required. Ada, by comparison, is about 15. That proximity is part of what's priced into the $738,000 number.